Okay, so I'm going to take a little break from the dating news. It seems like that's everything that everybody is talking about right now. So this I found kind of interesting that Tia Mowry is having a new TV show coming out called Next Act. And the trailer seemed kind of interesting. The trailer is pretty much based essentially everything she has talked about recently. Her difficulties dating, her moving forward, getting acting jobs. Because a big thing a lot of people talked about when it came to Tia when she left Cory was that she left him and that he grew, he exploded. He got the $15 million deal with Tyler Perry. And they said that now she pretty much regrets that because she could never find a man of that same caliber of Cory, and all she had to do is be a little bit more patient. That when it comes to marriage, it's for better or for worse. And yes, you're gonna go through those times to where you're gonna not like your partner and probably hate them at times, but you're gonna work back towards each other when you have a good, strong structure of friendship and the marriage you guys have all built together. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and play the thing that got people more in uproar, and she was saying that essentially marriage was like a graduation.
Beautiful letter to me from a woman who got a divorce, and it's all about, this perspective, in my opinion, and just changing the narrative. My marriage was a success.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a curriculum when you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating. And I was able to create with Cory some beautiful, amazing children.
Yeah.
And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation, there's a celebration. So that's basically, how I'm looking at it now. And I feel like people when they look at marriage, that success equals longevity. But no, at the end of the day, it's, are they happy? Are they thriving? Are they growing? And I feel like that is what is most important. It's not about staying in something because however long you are in that situation, that equals success. It's about really, again, are you happy? Because life is really short.
Yeah.
Life is really short. And the thing about marriage is, I feel like that marriage is not taken as seriously as it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, etc. Growing up, if you're really honest when it comes to your parents or grandparents or friends or family that you saw that were married and they stayed together for a long time, there have been plenty of times you saw where they didn't always get along. You're not always going to be happy. Now, if that other partner is being physically harmful to you, if the other person is holding you back or demeaning you, that's something completely different. If the other person is not making you a priority, sure, I understand, because I truly do believe when two people are married, you have to put each other first and then everybody else comes second, even to the kids. Yes, your kids are going to be a priority, and ideally you're going to be married to the person that you have kids with. You're going to raise those kids to show them how to put their spouse first, and that way they can also continue that tradition of having a lifelong healthy marriage. Again, there's always separation if it comes into a physically harmful or mentally harmful area. But if you just go through bumps in the road to where you're not happy and you feel like you're not growing, sometimes this is growing pains. You gotta take maybe a break to reevaluate, maybe separate. That's just my opinion on it, though, right? But I never see it to where it's like today people are getting a divorce and leaving each other left and right. Like it's just a new trend. It's like there's a goal set to be married and to have kids, and then once you meet that certain goal and criteria, you leave because, like she said, you graduated. It's kind of like with any other degree you're going to get. You have a goal of trying to get that degree. You have a goal of trying to get that certain grade, and then once you are done with it, you're graduated, you're done, it's behind you, and you move on with your life. So whenever she put that in there, I was like, okay, but people take the knowledge from their degree and help apply it to make them grow in the other areas. When you're married, ideally you're growing with that person. Still is a never ending learning experience. So I never liked when she said that. Apparently a lot of people didn't either. That would got her a lot of attention. But then there's the whole entire thing when it comes to her dating.
Hard is it in the dating world now?
Oh my god! What is it like out there for a single woman?
Shot of tequila? No. No,
I've been single for 5 years, so I don't know what this world is like out there. But I know it. But from what I see and from what I hear, it is tough.
It is very tough. I would say I've only been in the dating world for, I want to say, 3 months now, and it is exhausting.
It's exhausting.
I want to throw the towel in. I'm like, what is wrong with and I will say this.
Okay.
Someone had told me, and I wanted to be like, no, I disagree with you, and I don't want to believe it. They were like, because my last relationship when dating was, when I was, dating this person,
It's kind of interesting. She doesn't want to say her husband's name. We're all assuming it's her husband she's talking about, of course.
It was beautiful. It was amazing. It was wonderful. There was courting that was, involved. And I was saying how I feel like that's no longer, present. Meaning like people just don't court each other anymore.
How hard is it?
Now, I will say that normally when a man courts a woman, they're courting her because he knows he wants to marry her. A man, within the first week of dating a woman, he can tell how far he wants to go with her. He can tell if he's going to see her as a woman that's going to be a lady of a night, a quote-unquote harlot, somebody that's going to have for a good time, not for a long time. He can also see a woman that he could potentially see a long-term future with. So that courting is not, I won't say it's not needed. The courting she's referring to is back when somebody wanted to marry her. It's just unfortunate she's in that age bracket where most people have already been married and they don't want to get married again, so they're just looking for a partner for a good time. I'm not saying this to use her or don't use her as just a F buddy, but just somebody just to hang out with, and just, that's pretty much it. I'll call you when I'm in town, you call me when you're in town. We're not going to take it too serious, be exclusive. Let's just call it for what it is. After a certain age, people are not going to want to get married too much more anymore. That's why they have cougars and stuff like that, right? Because they know they already been married, they've been divorced, and now they're just going around being with younger men because they don't want anything serious. I'm not saying that's in her particular case, but generally speaking, a lot of older divorced women, as I have to say, she is older because she is in her 40s. She is an amazing looking woman. She is still hot, but she is still older in her 40s. Generally don't look to get married unless you're going to end up like J-Lo or Halle Berry and be on your third or fourth or fifth marriage. It just doesn't happen. You're better off sometimes just staying single and focusing on yourself, like she said before, and just trying to find other ways to be happy other than a relationship. However, though, sometimes I'm starting to think she was just playing everybody to build up attraction or attention towards her show that's coming out. And I saw the trailer. I'll get this playing now.
I'm so excited about my future now.
New chapter.
Do you think you have time Friday night to go on a date?
New adventure.
I got the part.
New Tia.
Oh my God.
My Next Act is about to get real. Don't miss the all-new series, Tia Mowry, My Next Act, on WeTV.
And that's the thing that I'm talking about right there. Her always talking about how hard the dating situation is. Her always talking about, well, not her necessarily talking about, other people talking about how she hasn't acted or did any work. And here it is, Cory, getting these new opportunities, and he has climbed up while she has pretty much stagnated and just stayed still. He pretty much, when she left him, he's not in that same place compared to her. She stayed in that same place. Was it all just a facade or an act? She just kind of like threw the rock and hit her hand. I'm kind of curious, what role did she get? And of course, she has this new show that's going to be extra stream of revenue for her. But I don't know. Tia is just kind of an interesting person in the sense that I'm starting to think that all this was just a long-term business move, and that she's going to reap the benefits of this. Anyways, you guys tell me what you think if you've been watching this. Like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate your viewership, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.